What's good? We back.
What, what's good? What's good?
What up? What up? What up?
Live from,
Yo, yo,
matter of
yo.
fact, live from Fayettenam, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live from Fayettenam. Home with J. Cole, Avion Crockett, L.A. White, Dennis Smith Jr., Michael Williams Jr., Bone Crusher Smith, and many, many, many more. I am joined as always every Friday night by my illustrious panel. We start off with the pod father, Paul Masson. My man Paul right there. We got this. Yeah, quick with the horns. Quicker with the horns. My
He's heading
man,
down to
the
the horn toss.
historian, the historian, Mr. J. Mr. J.
What's good?
What's good, brother? All right, as always, muy caliente. My man, Latin Loonies, hip hop
Dímelo,
star,
dímelo.
right from the 2-6.
You
And
heard?
join us now, a new co-host to Vietnam Live, CEO of Woodboy Digital, the man himself, 3D Wheat Straw, aka the Mutate God.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Sir.
Do my mic sound nice?
One,
You
two,
in
one,
there?
two,
You in
baby.
there?
All right.
Absolutely, bro. You running this. So, hey, I hope
Hey,
y'all
my
had a good
man.
weekend.
Get that power, my boy.
I hope y'all boys had a good, y'all fellas had a good week, man. I know I did, and we got a lot of topics tonight to get to. Uh, so we're gonna start right off. We're gonna just jump right into it. We're gonna go with the number one topic right now is hip hop artists with the no skip debut. Hip hop artists with no skip debut. We're gonna go there right off. Let's go right to the mutate guy. We got the man in here. Let's go right to the mutate guy.
Man, with me, no skips for me will probably be doggy style Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? I ain't skipped that motherfucker. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't skip ODB record either. The first one I ain't skipped it. That's just me though. I got a lot of them
Well,
that,
hey, I mean, yeah, you get right, go right on, go, hey, do your thing, man. I'm gonna let you rock
yeah,
for a
yeah.
second. Go do your thing, you say.
I mean that one. First, probably the first DMX album. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no skips on that. And then, if you fast forward, probably to recently, Nipsey Hussle's debut album. Not the mixtapes, but what I mean, the debut Nipsey Hussle album. No
Yes,
skips on that at all.
definitely,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Yeah, that's me for sure.
I will say this. I will say this, Straw. A lot of albums that are no skips. A lot of them weren't debuts. So just finding a debut no skips. You know what I'm saying? A little different. So let's go
So,
to Mr. J the story. Let's go to Mr. J the story. And
Hey,
I've been waiting all week. What's up,
quick,
Looney?
quick,
What's up,
quick
Looney?
thing. Somebody's TV is loud. I don't know if anybody who
I don't have a
I can
TV
hear.
on. Who got a TV on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Okay, we good. We good.
Everybody good?
Yep, yep.
My man Looney. As always, looking out for the quality of the product. I appreciate you, brother. And we're gonna go to the historian, Mr. J, man. Mr. J, debuts with no skip for you, boss.
Well, I got four in no particular order. Of course, Mutant God already got one of the ones I was going to talk about, which is Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style.
yes, sir.
Um, the next one would be Big, Ready to Die. That would be my next
Mm,
joint.
mm-hmm.
I
The
get
third
style.
Yes.
Take it.
When we
the
got
third
horns,
one
we need some horns on these, baby.
Mm-hmm.
the third one would be Nas Illmatic,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
and
Yep.
the fourth one we may have a technicality on this since he was an artist out originally, but solo debut, um, it would be the Chronic, Dr. Dre.
I'll take it. I'll
I'll
take
take
it.
it, absolutely. All day long, Mr. J, as always, comes with the factuals. We're going to rack it over to the pod father, the prime minister from Triple P Studios, Paul Masson. What you got, brother?
I don't want to name anybody y'all name. So I'm gonna start with this one. The great Diamond D commented on the topic about this, and he said SB and HH stunts blunts and hip hop, and I definitely never skipped that one. Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the
36
No
36.
doubt.
Chambers.
No
Give
doubt.
yourself some claps on that. Where the claps? You got to go claps on
Yes,
that.
sir.
Because yes,
Definitely.
absolutely, 100%.
No
Slim
doubt.
Shady LP, Slim Shady LP,
Mhm.
and
No doubt.
Crickets.
I, people might push back on this one, but I gotta say, Drake, Thank Me Later, the first Drake album,
Okay.
I'm never
this is
gonna
gonna
hear that.
piss off. This is gonna piss off Big Face, the number one recyclable artist, The Game's first album, The Game first
Mm.
Yikes.
album,
Yeah, well, I like the documentary.
definitely,
That was solid. That was
The
definitely
game,
solid.
yeah, the game's
number.
first album featuring 27 other rappers he plagiarized.
Still, it was non-skippable. And the last one I gotta go
Yeah, I
with
couldn't
would
skip
be
him either.
Helter Skelter Operation Lockdown.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Nicely done, my friend. Latin Looney, what say you, my brethren, my cabron?
Man, man, y'all took almost every single one I had except for one, and it was "Good Kid, Mad City" by Kendrick Lamar. Um, and I think I'm
Mm.
gonna have to give it also to the Melodic Blue by Baby Keem that dropped 2021. That was a no skip album for me.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. That was tough.
But yeah, he
So, I
killed
mean,
it.
You
hey,
consider that Kendrick's debut for real?
Yeah,
Or
no,
or
I
do you
do,
think
I
I
don't think
do,
it's a
I
no
do,
skip.
I
do
do.
Good
you
Kid,
think
Mad
like
City was
what
his debut album.
where I be feeling like I guess I started with the Section 80 though, so it just kind of like
Section
I
8 in
thought that was, but I
2011,
guess that was
Section 8
that's
was
when
his debut album. Section 8, 2011, that was his debut album, for the record.
Well, I guess
I could have sworn it was a.
yeah
major labor
it was his
debut was
major
the
label release, right?
Well, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, we're counting that absolutely. But, I mean, I would definitely say it was a dope album. I don't know about no skips for me. I'll say, I mean, repeating albums ain't no problem. Everybody knows probably the number one no skip debut of all time is Nonsense Illmatic. It's largely considered one of the most classic albums of all time, and it's a
Right.
debut. I mean, a few we left off. I know that me and Paul talking about this. Busta Rhymes, The Coming. Everybody loved that debut album. They waited for it. Uh, Straight Outta Compton, NWA. I rocked the whole album. No skips on Straight Outta Compton. Big Pun, Capital Punishment. I love that first album from him. For me,
Mm.
Most Def, Black on Both Sides. A dope
Oh
debut
yeah,
album, just fire all the way through. Cypress Hill's self-titled debut with Hand on the
yeah,
Palm. All them tracks, the skits, everything was dope. Muggs really did a great job there. And I like Onyx Back the Fuck Up. I remember rocking that shit to the tape pop back in the day. So, I mean, debut albums with no skips, ladies and gentlemen. And I got to say, probably the dopest after Illmatic was 36 Chambers. I mean, debut
Mm.
album, no skips at all. And then Biggie, right? So I don't mind repeating y'all. Anybody got anything to add before we move on to the next topic? Diddy.
Yeah. Side piece. Steve commented Kanye graduation.
But that one is
Oh yeah,
I
debut.
like that
that was
album.
debut.
No,
what is
no, yeah.
debut? The
What was
College
his
Dropout.
College
College
The
Dropout,
College
which
Dropout.
was a
Dropout.
great
Yeah, the
album?
College
And
Dropout.
College
Yeah,
Dropout
Fantastic album.
was no skips. Yeah.
yeah. I definitely gotta give College Dropout up there.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, comment. Go ahead. Let's see what you got. I'm sure a lot of y'all got an opinion on. I mean, hip hop is the universal language. Anybody else got anything to add before we go to the next topic?
Oh, somebody on my live said Kanye's graduation.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about, Latin.
Yeah.
Latin Looney's is in the time, Luke. Take a shot, baby.
I got one more. Busta
What you got,
Rhymes.
Steve?
Busta Rhymes. The Come Say Luke solo debut. Busta Rhymes.
I said that in my little dot shop. I actually agree.
Okay. Well,
100% agree. I got my own horns.
I'm drunk too.
No, I hope so, because that's what's live in Fayettenam. I mean, we also the home of a lot of cats that get drunk as well. So, Mr. J, you good on that? You got anything to
Yeah,
add? What about
yeah.
you? You
I'm
say
good.
God? Mutate God. You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, mutate. Yeah, I'm good.
We ain't we on television, not the radio, Rodney.
We good, man.
All right, so this is a really dope topic, guys. This next one, and we got a lot of people on the internet talking about it. What's the biggest? As I look into my electric ball, in your mouth, pause.
Blue too.
That what? Watch out now! Watch out! They're about to mutate on you. Mutate. So you got what is the biggest hip hop what if? Okay, now, ladies, I want to just start this off real quick, and then I'm gonna pass it off. For me, I got three, and then y'all do your thing. For me, number one was Big L. What if Big L wasn't dead? What if we had Big L's entire career, 5, 6, 7 albums deep? We don't know what would happen. Big L may have formed a super group. Anything could have happened with Big L, and we all lost. It's like, to me, Big L was like the Len Bias. When Len Bias died, what he did to the Celtics, that's what it did to hip hop, right? Uh,
Yeah.
Two, the DOC, his accident with his voice, man. One of the greatest writers ever, and what his career been like. And three, maybe y'all haven't really talked about this. I haven't seen this a lot, but what if Lauryn Hill kept putting out albums? What if we only got one album from probably the dopest female MC of all time, and what have we got to do? So I'm gonna go straight on. I'm gonna go right to Latin Loonies right here, my man. What you got, Latin Loonies? What's the biggest hip hop what if for you, bro?
It's not one. It's one of the biggest to me, but it kind of makes me wonder, what if Eminem never got signed by Dr. Dre and went to Rawkus Records?
Oh wow.
That's a big what if for me. I wonder what would have happened there, bro.
Where would Slim Shady be if he could have never spit the line, Dr. Dre, operate? Yeah, where would he be? He definitely co-signed him in the world of hip hop.
Yeah,
he needed a big co-sign, and Dr. Dre was the ultimate co-sign for sure.
For sure.
So is that your? So you got any more, Looney, you want to add before I kick it over there?
I guess another one of the biggest ones is, what if, Biggie and Pac never died? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people.
Yeah, that's everybody's list.
Biggie was only 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's another
But
one.
I will say I probably echo the sentiments of a lot of guys on the panel tonight. Tupac, I believe, was gonna not even release it. We got more albums from Tupac dead than we would have got alive, because Tupac was about to section into some Hollywood movies, bigger than Cube. Right now, I think that's where he'd be. But I mean, a lot of people got opinions on that. But Mutate God, what say you about the biggest hip hop what ifs?
For me, I mean, we all could say, like, every rapper that died, just about. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's like Nipsey Hussle, because the way he kind of changed the game for right now. Him, Juice World, Mo3, all them guys, they was like on the come up, and Pop Smoke, because they was like right there on the crevice of doing. They didn't even get to do, like, well, Pop Smoke and Nipsey, they didn't even get to do their second major releases. You know what I'm saying? Not with them living.
Pop
Smoke
was on my list for sure. Pop was on my list for sure.
But that part of it, and also like like let's say with Wu-Tang, like what if Master Killer came out first? Is one of mine, because you remember it took him so long to drop. I was uninterested at the time after the fact. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I just think about little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we got 3D We Strong on the show, because my man's mind is a genius. It's working. He in 2027 right now. Tell him, you check.
I appreciate it, bro.
So, all right. So, you have anything to add? I want to go to Mr. J. I'm really interested. No doubt. So, Mr. J, what you got on the hip hop? What is, bro?
Definitely, as well as everybody, you know what I'm saying, it would be the Big and the Pac thing if they were still alive. Those are kind of like 1 and 2. what if the Oh My God album actually came out with Rakim and Dr. Dre producing?
Oh,
Oh, let me get some claps on
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Wow. Wow.
yo.
That slipped right between there. I mean, Mr. J.
You know what I'm saying?
The button, man,
That's one of
we
those
gonna
things.
break
I
Paul's
mean,
fingers on these buttons, bro.
I got a phone call
Can't get
from
no
Soulja Boy.
claps.
I had to
Can't get
decline
no
it.
applause.
I mean that whole
I got a
the
phone
whole.
call.
What if with Dr. Dre it could probably be like a whole separate show by itself? Just a list of people he's worked with and albums that never dropped that he
What
was
if
supposed
Dr.
to.
Dre's
Him.
sequin? What if Dr. Dre's sequin jeans broke when he was making them that '70s disco music when he was
Oh
dancing?
hell, man.
You know, when he was the world class
Right.
wrecking crew. What if his
Yeah,
sequin
right.
jeans had broken?
What if he never turned out the lights?
Chimo said the sequence.
Um,
His bedazzled
you know
pants,
what I
his bejeweled and becrusted.
mean?
So, yeah, Mr. J, no doubt. But what else you got? I know you. So you hit us with well,
So
you got anything else right there before I go over there to the Prime Minister?
really another one, another Dr. Dre collaboration that never happened, which would a big one is the chairman of the boards with Timberland. What if that would happen?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, Dr. Dre is definitely all over the board with the what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Podfather, what say you, Brad? What you got over there for the what if?
All right, so I got two that are like, dear to my heart. And that's the Big L passing. Um, Another one is the flood. If the RZA flood, like it really fucked up Inspector Deck's album. Everybody in Wu said he had the best album. He's my favorite artist from the Wu, and it definitely caused a setback and fucked up some of his career. And then of course you got the DOC is probably like one of the biggest. I think losing the voice.
I think
Um,
people underestimate that right there, man, because they don't realize how many songs he wrote or how integral he was into the entire West Coast sound, not just NWA, but that whole gangster rap beginning sound. And the DOC was seen as like the Mike Jordan of that by Ice Cube, by everybody, and then of course, and had a great a dope voice. And
For sure.
recently, there's been stories out that he's using AI to recreate his voice. Have y'all seen that? So the DOC may get his album yet
Yeah, I
using
Yeah.
saw that.
artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
I
Did you see that
got
thing?
yeah, no, I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it, but I heard the
Yeah.
album. He did the Helter Skelter album, and it was a tough listen. But if DOC can drop an album with no voice, I mean, what's anybody else's fucking excuse?
But if he gets this AI to get his own voice, but yeah, that's dope. So what did you have that, Paul? You were about to ask something before I cut you off, bro.
What if Jay-Z doesn't call out Nas? I felt like Nas was like, nobody was really checking for him. Last couple albums before that wasn't great. What if Wayne doesn't
Facts.
sign Drake and Nicki? What if Wayne doesn't sign Drake and Nicki? And then I got one for humor. What if Sticky Fingers was white? And shouts out to John Paul Edmondson, who I'm going to be interviewed, who said, what if Skilo was a little bit taller?
He
So
would have been a
shit.
baller, obviously. I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he
He
told us
would
he
have
would
been a
have been a
baller.
baller, right? Hey, I mean, there are definitely. Shouts out to them, cat. That was hilarious, by the way. I
Shout out
read
to
that
Paul.
in
That
the
was dope.
comments.
That was dope. That was dope.
I loved
Shouts
it.
out
I
to
loved
John
it.
Paul Edmondson.
Shout out to John Paul Edmondson, who you will soon see interviewed on the Paul Pickett podcast. He's a dope comedian. And make sure to check out, while we're on that, make sure you check out Circle of Kings. We're working on episode 4 right now. BKNC 57. Big shouts out. And just take a second to shout out y'all, man. All of the Ville. Shout out to Mr. Jones. Shout out to all y'all Fayetteville heads, man. And anybody got anything to add before we move on to the next topic? The biggest what ifs in hip hop.
We had a
I
couple
got one
comments,
more.
but go ahead. We had a couple comments, but go
Well,
ahead.
no, mutate. Mutate. Go, and then we'll go to the comments.
Yeah, I got one more. Like, what if Kanye What if he didn't release 808s and Heartbreaks and he released Good Ass Job? See what I'm saying? Because after graduation, he supposed to did Good Ass Job and he scrapped it into 808s and Heartbreaks. I think that would have like by him doing 808s and Heartbreaks, it changed everything in music. But if he would have did a Good Ass Job, it would have stayed on the like more soulful, sample driven, Kanye.
Yo.
Well, I think, but you think he would have never released 808s if he released that though? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think his mom, his mom passed around and he was like going through a lot of heartbreak and different things. I just think he scrapped that album. I don't think he might not would have released it. He might have did it later, but
Yeah.
at that time he just scrapped his normal, sequence and went into a whole nother trajectory, which gave us like the new Kanye, so to speak. You know what I mean? So that's a what if right
But
there.
yeah, Kanye like a fart when you're over 40. You can't trust him. You don't know what he's gonna say next. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He might be just Mr. Old Fart, or he might be here to fuck your clothes up. So, Paul, the comments right there.
Hey.
Patrick Perez said, "What if G Unit don't break up? What if BG was bigger than Wayne and he don't get locked up? And what if Boozy don't get locked up?"
Shout out to my boy Patrick, by the way. Shout out my guy.
Well, I mean, on that note, I would say, what if Scott LaRock never done?
That's another
He had been
one.
one of the
Yeah.
biggest groups of all
That's
time.
another big one.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of
BG
BG,
even bigger than Wayne if he don't get locked up.
remain
That's
bigger,
a good
bigger
one,
nigga.
bro. That is a very good question.
So KRS-One, instead of being the teacher who went all Buddhist on us, he may have been able to hold him a little mainstream. And what would we have got out of BDP, which was dope. The first album was crazily different once Scott died. Where he went. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I want to say this. I want to say this on what Paul had said. If Lil Wayne didn't sign Drake or Nicki Minaj, it might have hurt him, man, because they were like top free agents. No, they weren't nobody's secret. Just so you know, Nicki Minaj was courting like several deals when she got signed. Everybody knew they were the worst kept secret in hip hop, and Drake too. And he had money behind him from his,
And he
the
had all the
Nazi
leverage
guy.
in the world. He had all the leverage in the world signing both
Wheelchair
of them.
Jimmy.
So we're gonna open up this one. Of course, I'm gonna go straight to the Podfather on this one. But what do you believe are the biggest stories in hip hop for 2023? Podfather Paul Masson, what you got, bro?
I only got one that was really, really good for me, and that was the ending of the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee
That's
Stallion
the
trial.
biggest. I mean, that has to be right. Has to be right.
That was it for me. And it's crazy. It's like we still don't really know the truth. Still don't really know the
Bitch got shot
truth.
in the foot. We know that. I mean, we know the bitch got shot in the foot.
Yeah, but we don't know if it was a ricochet, or if she just got shot, or
I don't know if y'all ever seen I'm gonna get you sucker, but when your bunion when you shot your bunion or corn, that shit hurts, bro.
What's the movie? Murphy shot old girl on her big toe.
All
Yeah,
the
man, the
nights.
whole toe. And we're gonna find your toe, baby. We're gonna find your
Harlem
toe.
Nights.
I promise you,
Harlem
Megan. We're gonna find your toe. You're gonna be a
Yes,
limp in this motherfucking California. And that's what he did.
that was the biggest story for me, man.
Well, the story. Do you think he said that sitting in the car? Do you think he said you about to be the non-toe in this limping bitch in California, in LA?
Damn,
I
that's
doubt it.
harsh.
I doubt it.
Okay, so Paul, you got anything else to add before I go over here?
Nah, that was it for me.
Capiton, Latin Looney, man. What you got? Biggest stories of 2023, bro.
Man, one I've been following for a minute. I'm a big Gucci Man fan. So I've been following Gucci Man for a minute. And when him and T.I. got into their little altercations and shit, So hearing them two kind of like squash the beef out this year, I was something like, dang, y'all finally did it. Like, so it was like an ending of a waiting of a long. So how we've been watching Harry Potter for about 6-7 years, or we've been waiting for GTA for about 15 years. Like that's how I felt when I was like, damn, these motherfuckers finally squashed their beef. and let bygones be bygones and just continue to get their bread. So that was something big for me.
I think that's a great one. That is a great one, man. What else you got, Looney?
Another big one, man. This Blueface Christian and Jaden, bro.
They were all year
That's
long.
crazy.
Facts.
All fucking year
The
long, bro.
train wreck we cannot take our eyes off of.
Listen, man, that is a ridiculous story, and they still got it going on now. You know what I'm saying? I think saying that that's not his baby, and he talking about I guess the reason why Cardi and Offset broke up is because of Krishan or whatever the fuck. Like, man, like they all interesting shit. Like they story to me right now is one of the biggest in 2023 too.
So I did see the video, bro. I did see the video where he's standing outside the car and she pulled up and he said, "Yo, that baby like Charles Barkley, baby." And shit. Wait a minute.
Damn.
And Charles Barkley, has something to say about that, I'm sure. But I mean, the baby do kind of like Charles Barkley. I mean, the mother. I don't know if he can round mound or rebound, but I saw that video. So, Jay, the historian, man. Biggest stories of 2023 for you, bro.
Of course, the biggest story for me, is definitely the Hip Hop 50. Just brought out everybody and really kind of showed where this whole thing came from. It wasn't, it wasn't perfect. You're not going to get everybody you want to see out. People had their reasons for not coming out.
I do want to say this, Mr. J.
Grammys and things of that nature. So, yeah.
I do want to say this. Fuck the Grammys. But go ahead, Mr. J. Fuck the Grammys.
Oh, that caught me off guard.
But what I'm saying? It's brought out a lot of people. You had the great concerts like the Masters of the Mic. You had the high school reunion concert with Snoop and bringing everybody out like Too Short, Warren G. That was a big deal. You had the Force Tour with LL, just doing that whole vibe, like a live mixtape, backed by the Roots. It was a phenomenal tour. I got to see each and every one of those 3 concerts, and I enjoyed them all. You know what I'm saying? That was a great thing, a great bucket list thing for me to be able to see all those people perform and inspirational at the same time. Also, going down the list, the Michael album, that's something that, once again, we talked about it last week. A phenomenal
album of the year for me in hip hop. Album of the year.
You know what I mean? On that same note, that Nas Magic album, I think he actually did both of those in the same year. I think 2 and 3 might have came out the same year. So he's just showing that he could still stay relevant, still the up and coming producers, the now producers, and stretch the whole game and make people know and learn all at the same time.
Shout out to Nas, man. Shout out to Nas. He's dropped 7 consistently good projects since everybody buried him, man. One of the best MCs of all time, bro. Shout out to Nas.
For sure.
Before I go to Mutate, man, I mean, I got to agree with the Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. That was the biggest story of 2023. I think it was earlier in the year, so people might forget that. But it controlled the airwaves, the Twitter, the X, whatever. That's all anybody can talk about. And I do, at the end of the day, think Tory got a real raw deal on that. I mean, that's whatever. Go in the comments if you got something to say about that. That's your mama. The Andre 3000, the Flute album, man. The shit went bananas, man. The Andre 3000 dropped the album of Elevator Music and motherfuckers, and it was the #1 album on Spotify. This motherfucker
read
is
my mind.
I mean, and it's amazing to me. And that's what, hip hop ain't just about music or fashion or any of those things. It's a combination of a lot of shit. and some people got it, and 3,000 would probably scribble on a piece of paper, and it'd be bomb. You know what I'm saying? I got it. For me, the rounded out, the biggest story of the year, the entire Tiny Desk series. I'm so glad that Scarface brought the attention to the Tiny Desk series because Juvie dropped a crazy Tiny Desk early in the year, man. Juvie, if y'all go back and watch that one, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, Mac Miller dropped it. I mean, Tiny Desk has consistently dropped some of the firest and shown love with the Grammys. Fuck that. Tiny Desk been showing love to years to hip hop for years. And big ups. Those are the three biggest stories. There's lots of stories in hip hop. I'm gonna go right here to the CEO of Woodboy Digital conglomerate of Mutate God. Biggest stories of the year, bro.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna like the Andre Fruit album was definitely one on face. Because I like to see the debates about and the disappointments and the people that was championing them in the whole time. So that was dope for me because I'm an Outkast fan, especially an Andre fan. Also the YSL Rico case with Young Thug, seeing the whole Big Gunner snitch did all that conversation.
that
That
was
was
a
one of the
big-
Oh
big.
yeah, the trial, yeah, the snitch,
Yeah,
yeah, of course, great one,
yeah.
good point,
And,
bro.
and, and also
Give me some clappers on that.
also the but also this is a crazy one though. Like when Vlad catching the guy who supposedly killed Tupac or whatever, which led to Puff
Oh,
Daddy allegations, which leads to what Puff going through
Wow,
now. You see what I'm saying? Trickle down
Exactly.
effect.
which
You
leads
know what
to my spirit animal, 50 Cent. Shout out 50 man, that's my dude. I
I'm
know he got big plans for 2024 with your boy Diddy. We about to
Did he
see
do
some
it?
shit. Yo, you just opened
Did he do
what
it?
a barrel of worms that motherfucker has opened up now.
Oh yeah.
Back
So
to you,
yeah,
UJ.
that's
Back to
mine
you,
right
UJ.
there though.
Sorry,
For sure.
yo,
Nah, that's
that was
pretty much
fire.
it for me. I mean, it's a lot of stories, but those really like a real captivator. So yeah,
Yo,
and,
that's
and
a
then I threw
fire
it
ass
Puff.
take right there, UJ.
So
That's a great, by
appreciate it.
far. He gonna wish he could walk across the bridge and get some cheesecake in a minute, bro. That's the fuck he gonna wish. Uh,
Somebody gonna be getting his cheesecakes,
um,
man.
I want
Pause.
to take a moment before we go in. Yo, Paul, that was
yeah,
crazy.
Hard
yeah,
pause.
Cheesecakes was
Hey
crazy right there,
yo.
UJ.
yeah.
Cheesecakes was crazy right there.
Oh man.
I don't like cheesecake anymore now. I'm like Boosie. My mama gonna have to get me a bomb. I'm in shambles. I'm in a fucking shambles.
I ain't gonna lie, I still
So,
love.
I'm sorry. What did you say, P?
I still love cheesecake.
Pause. So that was crazy, Paul. That was crazy. So, all right, but before we go into the last topic of the night, gentlemen, and it's gonna be a
Hey, we got a
doozy for
couple
especially
comments.
Paul.
We got a couple
Oh yeah,
comments for this,
rock.
and I want to do a dizzle break before we get into the last topic.
That's what I was about to say. I was way ahead of you on that. People, what's up with the comments?
So Christian Canales' homeboy Patrick Perez said the Tupac killer, of course, said Snoop Dogg becoming the owner of Death Row.
Oh wow,
And,
that was dope. That's dope.
Right,
and something
for sure.
the Easy, like Kanye and
Oh,
the
whoever
Easy
the fuck was firing Yeezy and losing
tell.
the shoe, wasn't that a Adidas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Adidas and the Kanye thing.
Adidas, yeah.
Hey, Adidas
Definitely.
won't drop me immediately. Adidas dropped me with this wrestler immediately.
Kanye had the biggest story, period. He had the most biggest
Yeah,
story,
Stay in
period.
the news.
they talk
Stay in
about
the
him all.
news.
I felt like, I'm about to
Stay in
say,
the
I
news.
felt like he had the most too, at least this year.
Yeah.
Kanye went DEFCON 5.
Yeah, I wish. Hey, never mind. That's for next week. I was about to get into some shit right there. So right now, man, before we move forward, we want to let y'all mention off. We're sponsored by Dizzle. It's a dope brand, cognac, tequila, premium cognac, man. It's time for a Dizzle break, baby. Give it to him.
Tropical drink. team whenever we link up. They gonna be drink up. We sit down and relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the bars when I tend to the bars and I'm not talking drink ups. So tell the bartender that's tending the bar to please pass me a big cup up. And tell that waitress just waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. No waiting, listen, no, they're waiting for that tropical twist. That'll tickle your taste buds. Now taste some. Yo, I insist it's the drizzle.
Welcome back to Live from Fayettenam, man. You just saw Chip Fu right there. So Chip Fu will be joining us on Live from Fayettenam soon on a date to be announced. We'll be announcing that real shortly, man. One of the dopest fast rappers of the 90s of all time. So I'll bring y'all back. We're going to go with the last topic of the night. And this is a topic probably going to have some shots fired, locally. But I do want to preface this with saying this. These lists are created for the fans. They're not created for the artists. If you're an artist and you got an issue with these lists, you're on the wrong side of the microphone. You need to be on the other side clapping your hands. Because fans make the list and observers make the list. And if MCs is making lists, the list is whack. All right. So the dopest MCs are the 2-6. As maybe if you're viewing this outside the 2-6, you may not know that's right here. The 910, the 9 dime. We're gonna start this off. I'm gonna shoot this over to the historian, Mr. J. Start us off, Mr. J. We got the list. You saw the list. What did you think about the list? So there was a list, guys. I want to preface this. We're not just saying the dopest. There was a list released by Live 295 Kick It and Let's Kick It 295, and it had a list of the 2-6 artists. It had a top 5. Then it had a long list of other artists. So we're just gonna speak on that list, or name any artist you may feel is not on the list. Mr. J, we'll start with you, bro.
I'll start with my own particular PSA. First, before I jump into.
I'm gonna be like this.
But everybody's list is their list. You can't live by the list. You don't die by the list. You got to keep pushing.
Your list is littler than mine.
Doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. Don't worry about nobody. You know what I'm saying? And keep pressing forward. I sat with somebody last year, actually, probably around this time when the other list came out, and they were doing something, and they had been out of state. They had been doing things. They had been moving. And they weren't on whatever list came out, and they were kind of been out of shape about it. But I'm like, yo, you doing stuff that everybody else ain't doing, so you can't worry about the list. Keep pushing. Jump into it. We had the 2-6 list, which was interesting. A lot of different names on it. Some of the people I knew, some of the people I'm becoming.
So I want to ask you this question. I'm gonna ask everybody. I'm gonna ask Mr. J. I'm gonna ask all y'all this question.
Yeah.
Initially, when you saw the list, how many names did you know just straight up? Like, how many would you say? Because there was like 23 names on the list. Did you know 5? Did you know 6? Did you know 10?
I'd say I knew maybe 5 to 10. Maybe about 5 to 10 of the names.
But go right ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go right ahead.
And my only discrepancy, if we're going to worry about the list at all, is there were some people who were on the 2-6 list, that were on the state list, like the one for NC's top artists.
So I think what you're speaking on is the discrepancy that. Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, names like we talked about before, like Cammy got bars. I don't know if anybody talked about China Vaughn, but China Vaughn's from here. She's on the state list, but she wasn't on the local list that I saw. And those are just two of the names that stuck out to me. that I can see off top. But as far as I know, I see everybody that's been moving, shaking, doing their thing. Problems other than that with the, with
So
the list.
I mean,
But
I don't mean to be confrontational, Mr. J, and I know you're a diplomat to the core, but you ain't really named nobody that you got on this list. You done done a lot of talking. You ain't said no names. So I'm gonna come back to you, Mr. J. I want to go to mutate. I want to go to
Slow
mutate
down.
guy right here. Mutate guy, you saw the list. What you think, man? I know you got some thoughts on it. What's your thing? What's your thoughts?
I mean, first of all, I'll put my PSA out there, man. A list to me is irrelevant. It don't mean shit. None of them. It don't really. It don't really. I mean, what the fuck do it mean whenever like lists are coming from people who are just as popular or are we doing the same shit? Like there's no accolades over
You
it. There's
breaking
no
it.
like. There's no thing.
You break it up, so.
You're breaking up pretty bad there, Mutate.
It's
You're
like
breaking up pretty bad, bro.
Can you hear me?
You're freezing up, man. You're breaking up.
Yo?
Yeah, you're good.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm in the
We got you there.
woods. You know me.
Pay your Wi-Fi
Yeah,
bill,
I'm in the
boy.
woods, man. Hey, but
Pay your Wi-Fi.
like I say, I'm on the road. But listen, not relevant to me, man. Like I said this like many years ago. Like I was on a radio station. I said the same thing. The list don't exist to me because like when you're like so, what do you still say this?
I'm gonna have to stop you.
I
I'm
knew
gonna have to stop you
probably
there.
about 5 or 7
Mutate.
names on.
I'm gonna stop you there. I don't mean to stop you, but I'm gonna
You
go
got me?
to Looney. Hopefully, yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go to Looney. Hopefully, we'll get a better connection for you in just a couple moments because you're breaking in and out. So, Looney, man,
All right.
stop. You over there? Put the weed, put the reefers down, there, Looney. And what do you think about the list? The
Let me
2-6
see.
list, there, bruh.
So off of that list, I only know what is it? Maybe about 9 people. And for me, number one, the person who I've seen working the most and doing the most numbers and actually doing out there is to me is going to be YOLO Rue at the end of the day. So I don't see how he is number 2 in one and then number 1 in the other. That to me was a little
it was a little crazy.
2, by numbers that I've seen, I don't know, man. This is weird because like I see a lot of people on here who I do see work, but I don't see them push their music, if that makes any sense. So like I might see your song one time and then I don't ever see you push it again, if that makes sense.
Well, that's just an artist thing. But that we're talking about this list now, and so let's stay on topic. Come on,
that's
Looney.
my point. But that's my point. So that's my point. So I don't see how these numbers are put like this when I haven't seen those people music, or I haven't seen their work, or I haven't seen them to be able to be put in this position that they have been put in. Does that make sense?
Right. Makes sense to me.
So now, 2, I gotta give it to Block Baby Moolah. 3, I gotta go with SK because SK just dropped that song that he's been pushing. Has already hit 1 million streams. Got it on multiple radio stations. So he's like the one I see rising right now. 4.
I mean, you ain't got to number them. It could just be dope artists. It don't have to be numerical order. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, I got a question. Did Block drop this year? Did he drop this year?
Block.
I mean,
well,
last year.
here's what Block. Yeah. Well, yeah, Block dropped about 24 times here. He dropped the Spin the Block soundtrack. He did the entire soundtrack for that movie that's streaming on Tubi, 300,000 views. I happen to be in it. Big shouts out to Barry Williams Films. Spin the Block.
I mean,
he dropped that, and he dropped.
Is it on streaming
it's on
platforms?
Spotify. Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
streaming platforms, Spotify, Amazon, the Spin the Block soundtrack. Absolutely 100%
Okay.
done and written and performed by him. Not only that, he dropped about 24 singles in short form, which is the way you do it now, man. Yeah, anybody waiting to drop an album, this ain't 1999. You drop in short forms, you drop 13, 14 weeks in a row on Spotify, you call that an album. You repackage it with a single and the 14 singles you drop. That's what they do now, Mutate, and that's how you make money. But Paul, I'm gonna go to you because I do want to wait to the end for this one. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Looney. Looney's still on his take, man. Looney, go on with your take, bro.
Uh, no, yeah, man, that's who I've seen. I'll take them three. Those are the top three that I've seen. So yeah.
Well, quick
Okay,
before we
well,
get into
All
that.
right.
we're gonna spin the block again, fellas. You're gonna get another chance to add on anyway. So I want to go over to the Power Father Prime Minister Paul Masson, man.
I got
Here
to
we
do this
go.
first. I got to do this first.
That's what
All
you think of
right.
the list.
No, well,
Okay.
the first, yeah, because the first issue I have, like Looney said, how you gonna be number one on the 910 list, which means it reaches further than the 26, but then you number two on the 26 list. And of course, you know I'm a strong advocate for Yola Rue. Always have been.
Always have been. Yep.
Rumble is like one of my songs I could throw on repeat and listen to it over and over again. Um,
Plus, he one of the few artists in the 2-6 that's got 750,000 views on YouTube with the Duke song. So I mean, no doubt that's there. Go ahead, back to you, Paul.
there was some names I knew, you know, Black Baby Moolah, Passport Scoop, Hood the Mayor. I thought it was real weird that
Pretty
they
face
had
gangster.
Rain. Yeah, they had Rain up in there. You know, like Rain's more of like a.
Blasphemy.
It's like
Blasphemy.
he's like top 3 or 4 all time in Fayetteville. You know, you don't got to put him on the active list. He's already solidified. He's pretty much done his thing. You know, and the fact that nobody knows who the number one person is, like that's crazy to me. Like,
Chloe the God. But by the way, so Chloe the
let me
God,
give
I went
that a
ahead and
go.
listened. She got some dope. She got some dope stuff. She got some dope stuff. So I went ahead and
But,
found her. I hadn't heard, but she dope. She got some dope
but
stuff. But I
as
mean,
a music promoter, as a worldwide music promoter, not a local music promoter, half
that's
these
true.
cats I've never heard of. They're not hitting my inbox. Like I don't see nothing about them, you know, and
And just
that's the
just to
thing.
fill y'all in
So
on a daily basis, Paul does music promotion on a daily basis. With like that's how we got the digital sponsorship. That's how we do a lot that we do. I mean, it is a bigger network than what people understand with that, right? So back on the list, Paul, back to you. So it was weird to see Rain. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna hold my
yeah,
thought, but go ahead.
and the fact that you got Yola Rue, you know, number one in the 910, but number two in the 26, that's just like so whack. It's whack. It, number one across the board if that's the case, you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
If you number one in the 910, I guess
yeah.
you
If
have
you,
to be number one in the
You're
two
number one in the
sixes.
Ville. Yeah,
It's like I'm number one in North Carolina, but I'm
yeah,
number two in Greensboro. Yeah,
that's
that
crazy.
don't make
That's
sense.
whack, man.
Right.
That's whack. Uh,
I just think the
All
list is
right, D, you got
irrelevant, though.
anything? You
nah,
got
I ain't
well,
got
I
nothing
mean,
else to say about that, man. It's like a list is a list. I mean,
so
it's your personal preference, but like we still gotta be like we gotta throw some common sense into it. Like you can't have the cat number one in the 910 and number two in the 26. He's number one across the board, then if that's the case, you know.
no doubt, absolutely. So okay, it's time for my take. And first of all, let's take a shot right here. Here's the nipples without intent to be pointless, right? So, and I'm gonna preface this because I'm sure that I will receive my share of hate, which I don't give a fuck. I get my hate, I love it. I actually love it. So when you put on there, you and nobody, yeah, I like that shit. So nobody in the 2-6 in the 910 has listened to more local music for the last 25 years than me, than Big Face Man. Period. I put it up against anybody. I listen to it. I dissect it. Everything somebody sends me, I listen, trash or not. And I'm gonna tell you this: the list is garbage. It's hot garbage. and I'm a fan and also XMC, and I understand how MCs feel. They're like, oh, the list is, and I don't mean to disrespect you, Mutate, because you know I love you. The list is irrelevant. Well, it isn't because fans pay the bills, and it's not irrelevant to them. You feel me? I know it's irrelevant to an
I
artist.
don't know, bro.
And to an
I
artist,
just
it
feel
should
like
be irrelevant. We
I just feel
debated
like
with
it's
so if a
irrelevant.
list is
Period.
irrelevant, why do we? If it's irrelevant, why every day we talk about LeBron, Michael Jordan? Why we talk about who the best MC, who the best?
But
I mean, if it's
you know what?
irrelevant, it wouldn't drive so much
It's a
conversation.
I think it's irrelevant because those conversations are driven by credited sources. These aren't. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
Like
let's kick it as accredited. Let's kick it 295 as an accredited local hood journalist. I would say on leg with if you from the Ville, you know what I'm saying? Locally, cats follow them. They got some provocative content, and I
yeah,
follow them. I enjoy what they put out. Uh, but
right,
back to
right,
what I'm saying. So let's just get back to what I don't want to get off task. We're gonna talk about this some more though, Straw, because I feel you on
for
that.
sure, for
First of
sure.
all, the most egregious shit is Rain 910 being down there in the little writing. Like, motherfucker, Rain 910 is the top 2 MC ever out of the Ville after J. Cole. He's already been on the national stage for years. He did the BET Cypher. He's dropped numerous projects that are dope. He's ghostwritten for lots of cats y'all don't know. He's made a living off this shit. Hate or not, whatever you want to say, Rain, and his name is Rain 910. So when people say he don't be repping. What do you want his name to be, Mr. Fucking Fayetteville? His name is Rain 910. Everywhere you go, he rep. Everywhere you go, he rep. And he dope. He dope. And I don't have a personal relationship other than a cordial MC to MC relationship that we've had over the last 20 years here from the Ville. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a tragedy. Passport School definitely deserves to be on the list. He's working harder than anybody. I love the new shit he's doing. I love the whole movement, what he's doing. He grinding too. I love it. For me, you know, Day Uno, Hollywood Hemi, Prada Louie, Block Baby Moolah, Born Be More, Yolo Rue, Sunny the Star. These are cats that consistently drop songs, projects. Not only that, they on social media. Not only that, they got the image. Not only that, they got the fashion. When you see them out there lit. If hip hop is a lot of shit, they got the whole thing. Shout
Mm.
out to Hood the Mayor. Every time I go somewhere, Hood the Mayor there. And he got high energy. That 2-6 Anthem is a dope track. I like it. And Hood is a staple in the city. But so for me, that's my list. I knew like 7 or 8 cats on the list, and I listen there. And shout out to also Snipe, the legendary Snipe Sinatra. I think that young dude is a dope MC, and when he puts it together with the right producer and right management, his talent is crazy. And y'all might not have heard him, but go listen to that dude dope. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of dope artists in the 910, which I mean the villain surrounding areas. And but I'll say this: I ain't seen a lot of cats on that list. I don't know who they are. I don't see them at the spots. I don't see them performing live. I don't see them building their crowd. I don't see them selling merch. I don't see them on podcasts doing interviews. And Paul will speak for us when we say this. We interview hip hop artists just like fighters. It's way harder to get a hip hop artist locally that has no following to do an interview than it is to get the world champion fight.
Yep.
So I mean, you got to work on that too. But the list, you know, and so I want to go back to Butane. I know you got something to add, man. But that's my
Yeah, yeah.
list. You just heard my list. So everybody heard Big Face list. It was Dave Uno, Hollywood Hemi, Block Baby Moolah, Prada Louie, Born Be More, School, Passport School, YOLO Roo, Sunny the Star, shout out Hood the Mayor. There's the list, bro. Those cats working and dropping shit, whether they drop this year or not. And Rain 910, he can't be on this list. He's up there with J. Cole up
So
there. He's up there.
so face is that the 2-6 list or the 910 list?
Oh, well, and don't let me say shorts because Payola Stacks' album is dope, and Payola Stacks is a dope artist, and I do believe
Yeah,
he right there. He
he
right
he
there. Uh,
he right there. He right. Give him
I've
a
been
couple more
I'm rocking
projects.
that shit. So by the way, while we're here live on Fayettenam, no, he don't need a couple more projects.
And can I say
I mean, I'm
something real
saying
quick?
like, cause
Check out that
Our
album.
listeners will pick it up, so we might want to keep going.
Oh,
say what?
no doubt. I mean, I'm so
Listeners will pick
I
it up, so
mean,
we might want to keep going.
Well, I mean, push the envelope, guys. You got to name names. I mean, we from the city. You know, you like what you like. Like I'm gonna say, speak on Hollywood Hemi, man. He dropped the Red Wedding album, I believe, it last year. But I'm still rocking that Red Wedding album. That shit is crazy. And see,
I think
that's what an artist should do: get a dope
I think
project and push it.
I think the list though was based on their criteria within a certain time frame in 2023, and I
It
think
didn't
they
say
have it
update. Oh, okay,
on there.
okay,
I think so.
okay.
And to be fair, they had their criteria on how they do it with I mean, I don't remember it
Well,
offhand, but you can read it
go
on the
go
picture.
go look at the. I bet you can go look at the listens and the streams in 2023 in my list right here. Whip that this ass. I'm just saying. I mean, these dudes has worked. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not
I
disrespecting
will I,
anyone on the list.
I will say this
By
though,
the way,
Francis. The 2-6 list, I would agree with your list. I love your list. But for the 910 list, even a lot of people in the 2-6, you don't really hear them past the 2-6. You don't.
okay. So for the record, I'm sorry. Hey, I want to go to some other. I'm a mediating here. Latin Loonies, you got any thoughts on what we've been speaking on here? Because you're an active artist here in the city, and you've been part of several camps. And shout out to Oh So Talented. Shout out to all the cats over there. Uh,
Yeah,
Looney,
no, most def, man. Like and it might sound biased, coming from me though, just because
it
Snipe is
should
part
be.
of our group. You know what I'm saying? Snipe is born talented,
Oh shit. Okay. Well, my bad.
and
Because that dude
no,
is
yeah,
dope as hell.
yeah, and that's for a reason. That's why he's part. That's why he's with us. I feel like we try to get the cream of the crop of the people that's making music and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we call it. We
Shout out
say
to
he's born
Snipe, man.
talented.
Shout out to
You know what I'm
Snipe for
saying? So
sure.
yeah, Snipe is he's dope as hell. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Take God a lot right there. That's why I was saying earlier about me not seeing nothing else but y'all being here or not even doing music or not even posting. Like maybe I have a song that's been out for 2-3 years that everybody knows, but like I'm not seeing that work. I'm not seeing you do shows. I'm not. That's why the 910 list to me is
That's why
kind of
it's a
crazy
difference
because
between
like no, yeah, go ahead,
it's
go
a
ahead, go
difference
ahead.
between opinion. No, I didn't mean to cut you. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's the difference between opinion and reality. See, we
Exactly,
can have our
exactly.
favorites. We can have our
Yeah.
favorites all day long, what we like to listen to, but in reality, a lot of motherfuckers ain't really doing shit. For
Yeah.
real.
But the way I look at it,
Like
mutate. The
when
way
it
I
like,
look at it, see, I don't like shit like that. So I like more shit like you know what I'm saying. I'm a huge fan of everything Woodboy Digital does because of the way you package it, the way you surround it
right,
with art, music. You come from every angle. I like that shit. See, to me, it's more a complete package thing. When I look at artists,
yeah.
the artists
Me
I
too.
named,
Me
you're
too.
looking at guys who can rock a show, who look good, who got the whole image down. They
Right.
got the nice videos, the sounds. They're going to Red Room. Shout out to Barry Williams. They're getting that dope, clean sound from Red Room. Most of those guys go to same studio because it gets that sound. But Ray, just for the
Mm-hmm.
record, to me, Rayford is Fayetteville. So Rayford is the 2-6. But I can't speak on nothing else. I don't have no criteria with no
Mm-hmm.
Laurenburg artist, no Roland artist, no St. Paul's artist.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like the
Y'all,
people
hey,
within those
when
with those
Daddy
areas.
and Daddy's in the rhyme, the
Mm,
only Diddy I know is
that's
P
what I'm saying.
Diddy, and you got to watch out for that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Those people within those surrounding areas, right? You can go to Laurinburg, you might not hear a lot of those names you name within the city limit, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's really a
Well,
problem.
it's a
Like
problem.
I
It's a
think like a
problem
lot
that
of
the
favorite
artist
artists they
needs,
get
but that's a
comfortable.
problem the artist needs to solve. To me, problem the artist got to solve.
That's true. That's true. It is. It is. But I really think like Fayetteville gets
Well, the
comfortable
question is, where are the
in the
venues?
city.
I mean, where are the venues? Where are they performing?
Well, okay, so I don't mean,
What
and
are we
see,
putting
this gonna
together?
sound like some. This is about to
Mr.
sound
J
like some
been
get off my
quiet over
lawn
there the
type
whole
shit.
time, and he just come out of nowhere.
Mr. J said, "Where the venues?" And I love that. I'm gonna say this: when I came out, I did the little
Mm.
fairgrounds. I did Roland, middle school prom. I did
Uh,
7 nights a week. And,
Right.
and,
That's what
and
I'm
Straw, I'll tell
saying.
you this: I was out 7 nights.
Yo,
I did
motherfucking ass was everywhere. Everywhere.
spot,
That's
every
what I'm
night,
saying.
every night.
It's a
And if you're
standard.
a hip
It's a
hop artist
definite
listening to
standard.
this, You need to be out there every night doing performing. And guess what? The thousandth time you can perform for somebody and you're gonna be a master of your shit. But if you love your shit and you're doing it for the right reasons, you're doing that shit. But a lot of cats ain't in rap for what we think they supposed to be in it for. They're in it to become instant celebrities.
Because
Well, for you, you made the list, motherfucker. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but you on the list, bitch. So I mean, let's rock
but
and
Face,
roll.
imagine this. Imagine an artist in Rayford, right? This is how Fayetteville kind of messes up sometimes. Imagine an artist in Little Rayford, right? He's the biggest artist in Rayford, and he never crosses the county line, right? I'm talking about,
Then he
and
fucking
that's
up.
it.
He fucking up. He fucking up.
That's what a
He
lot
Well,
of
fucking up.
two
and
six
the problem is,
artists do
thinking
sometimes, though.
about crossing the county line. You should be thinking about crossing the state line. I've
Thank you, Mr.
done and
J.
put together
Thank you, Mr.
shows
J.
in Rhode Island, up and down the
True.
East Coast. I've done my own shows, pulled out my own pocket, and put my own money up to do shows. And little hole in the wall
Right, right.
baskets.
Absolutely.
So I mean, you got to think bigger than your
But I
city,
just be I
bigger than
just
Listen,
be
your
looking at it
state.
from I agree, Mr. J.
yeah,
I agree, but I just be looking at it from the perspective of if you can't hear you in the 4-7 or Rob Cole, I
bro.
mean, going to Rhode Island
Listen,
got to be a stretch. You know what I'm saying?
straight. I
Like,
spent a year on the road. I spent a year on the road making 1,300 a show, and it cost me 1,400 a show to do it. So I don't want to hear it.
yeah,
But
I
you know, the
know.
payback is what you get. You out there to sell the merch. You out there to sell the record. You out there to sell the T-shirts and all that. I mean, if you, I hate to tell you this. I mean, you want to make the music. You want to make the money so you can make whatever. It's a whole package deal. Or you can be like us. You know what I'm saying? Just make your music. Then one day host a goddamn show when your ass got gray in your beard and talk shit about y'all motherfuckers. And that's what I do. You know, that's what I do. Anyway, Paul, would you like to add anything while we rocking with this shit?
Yeah, one more thing too is like artists focus on only making music as the content, and they don't
Right.
focus on creating enough content outside of that. You know, and that's the thing. It's so hit or miss with these shorts and these TikToks and these reels, man. I mean, you could post one, you get a few hundred, post another, you get 7, 8,000. So you gotta pump out the content, and you just gotta find a little niche besides just rapping all the time, something else to pump out content. Whether it's words of wisdom, the food post, I don't care what it is. Pump out some content, man. Besides just
I mean,
music.
back to the list. I mean, shout out to Block Baby Moolah, man, because not only did that dude, of course, been putting out consistently good music for like 4 or 5 years, and before that was Shine Mac, who, by the way, made everyone's list back 8 years ago as one of the dopest MCs in the 910 when he was Shine Mac. Then he became Block Baby Moolah. He changed his whole style. He's dope again, and he diversified. He invested in films. He's working with Barry. Of course, they have a long partnership. And then he drops a soundtrack album where he sits and does the album and writes the album to the soundtrack and then stars in the movie this year. And then has a sold out premiere at the Cameo and that's on Tubi, Amazon. I mean, Blah Baby Moolah, what are we talking about? This dude is an MC, a star of a movie that's worldwide. Block Baby Moolah, man, and Yellow Rue, who's been on tour this year with Future, like been touring around. Yellow Rue's laughing. He's bejeweled. The dude looks the best I've ever seen him. He sounds the best I've ever seen him. He just released new tracks. He sounds better than I've ever seen him. I heard him before. So I mean, we got cats in this system. It's always going to be some hate. Hey man, listen,
Shout out to
I've been
YOLO,
killing forever. Shout
Block
out to
Baby.
Yolo. Shout out to the whole gang. Yeah, shout out to Coon too. Shout out to Coon Rue. Shout out to them boys. Been doing
Yeah,
it for a
yeah.
long time. So shout out to Scoob, Passport Scoob. Once again, while we're talking a list again, Scoob working harder than anybody. Got party buses.
Shout out School.
I seen the man perform in Fayetteville. Get on a party bus full of fans and everybody drink all the way to Greensboro and perform there the same night. So I don't know what y'all doing at your computers on your list. Mad that Scoob's up there? You ain't out working, Scoob. He's performed like 70 or 80 times in the last 50 days. So Scoob's
Shout out to
always
Pretty
doing
Face
something. Same with
Gangster
Hood.
too. Shout out to Pretty Face. Shout out to Pretty Face, man. For sure. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out,
Sweepstakes if
shout out
y'all
to
don't know.
Cat.
You know what I mean?
By the way, yes. Shout out to Pretty Face Gangster. Definitely they're doing the thing. Shout out to Cammy Got Bars, who came in from
Yeah.
Georgia. Ain't even really a Fayetteville resident, is now. But she making noise. I see her on podcasts, releasing tracks, cats following her. She making noise. And that's what hip hop, our culture is. Being an MC, man, you
Also,
really was the dopest dude from your neighborhood. And then you wrote some rhymes. I mean, hip hop is a lot more than just bars, but it is bars. But it's a lot more than that too.
shout out to Latin Loonies for
And
that
Looney,
dope Taylor stats
that
review too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
For
most
real.
deaf, man.
nobody gave a better review
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Big Face, buddy. You got that was that Rolling Stone shit.
Appreciate your face. You know we
Looney,
appreciate you.
yeah.
You know that.
So Loonies, I want to ask you because I can't see you down there. You're in the dark down there, man. You. And by the way, we're gonna talk about this. You and your man's over there in the dark. Y'all look like some jack o' lanterns. All right, I can't really see you. You've been quiet a long time. I have to hold the mirror below your nostrils there, Looney. What's up? What say you, Cabron? Que paso?
Not much, man. I just been listening, man. I've been soaking it in, listening. You know what I'm saying? Because, I also don't feel, I don't like making lists per se myself because I haven't lived in Fayetteville that long either. So I know I haven't heard everybody that's been out here, and I haven't gotten to meet everybody out here yet. So I know that there's people out there that's probably crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't got the opportunity to hear them or possibly get a chance to meet them. So like me, man, I'm just there with open ears all the time. But like I say, I do see what I see. So I agree with you 100% with Black
That's the
Baby.
beautiful part.
That's yeah. That's so like
Yeah, sometimes that is for sure.
yeah. So
That's the
and that's
beautiful
kind of the
part
reason.
that you're new here. You're new to the area.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you
Yeah,
just figuring it
It's
out as
good.
it
It's
comes
good.
to you.
It's good and it's
People that's
bad.
coming to you is doing their thing.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's definitely good and bad.
But I do want to say that I want to cut you off, Looney. You're selling yourself short because for the last 6, 7 years, I've seen you consistently since Race Taylor, which we don't want to bring up the old, but you consistently did shows every week. You were out there doing shows 2 times, 3 times a week. You're one of the only Fayetteville reggaeton artists. Nobody dropped reggaeton in the bill since you've been here. Shout out to
Yeah.
Sanders Champion. You've been a part of a lot in your short time here. So that's why you on live
Race
from
Taylor.
Fayettenam. So don't sell yourself short right there.
Oh, no,
Hey
yeah, no,
man.
I appreciate it.
Hey
Yeah.
man, speaking of Race Taylor, man. Shout out to
You got my money?
Buster Brown,
You
right?
got my money?
Shout out to
Oh,
Buster
I was
Brown
about to say,
because
speaking,
he was he was one of the early cats that was putting the list out, and he was getting towed up on the internet, and
rightfully
now
so.
everybody loving the list. But he was the early list man.
I'm the mediator, so I'll pass that on to Mr. J, the historian. What say you?
Hey, like I said, everybody's got to keep their own movement going. Like I said, shout out to
Here come
Cammy Got
Mr.
Bars.
J, the historian. He about to
Shout out,
become Mr. J, the politician.
shout out to Chani Vaughn. I see, she stepped away for a little bit. And I see a lot of people mentioning, doing things with her. She's one of those female MCs. I mean, really barred up
Hey, but with
MCs
female MCs,
that I
shout
think,
out to A Game, man, because shout out to A Game because she's a female MC. She ain't released a whole lot of music, but she's released a couple of little bangers. I'm gonna tell you that right there. And
And
shout out to
they're very
her.
vibey. And they're very vibey.
Are you talking about thing? Oh, so we talking about I put them on. Hey man, she have you rocking with it. She is a vibey ass chick, and that's what hip hop is, though, right?
Yeah, what's that?
Who put out that two bad bitches call them thing one and thing two?
That's Niecy Brown.
Yeah, DC
shout out to
killed her
DC
with
Brown.
that shit.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out
DC.
DC Brown in the Ville.
She's
Give
part
me
of the
some
Kim.
horns on that.
She's still with y'all, right?
Yeah.
Hey, two bad bitches call them thing one and thing two. That shit is dope too. I rock that shit right there. See what I'm saying though? So the 2-6, we got our own
Coming
sound there,
soon
and ain't nothing wrong with it.
for sure.
And by the way, anybody that's watching and commenting, I mean, everybody got a lot to say. I mean, say it. I mean, I don't understand the problem, man. I go out, I can eat in my city, man. I love my city, and there's a lot of dope artists here. But let's be real. I get more music sent to me, y'all, and my 3 email addresses because I've had internet radio shows. I get lots sent to me, and I got to listen to a lot of garbage to get to some good shit, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And the cats I got, me and Paul have sat there and made blocks of music. Paul, talk about the blocks of music. It's
Yeah,
all industry standard shit.
yeah,
And dudes is like, this is from the Ville? Tell them, Paul. Hell yeah.
yeah. But I think the problem is that there's even a 2-6 list in the first place.
Mm,
Like
Explain.
I
Explain.
think that's the problem
mm.
because I mean, like I don't know, Fayetteville. We just want to cling on this like we the kings of the state when we're not. We
We
only
are.
the
We are.
fourth
We are.
biggest
We
city.
are.
No, Charlotte.
And if you
Charlotte
know,
is the hub. Charlotte is the hub for this, man. Charlotte is the hub for
we'll
this.
beat them up. That's what'll happen. That's how the two
Charlotte
six
the
fit.
hub.
We'll just beat you up.
Yeah, it needs to be. It needs to be.
Even the dopest artist in Charlotte, Eric Lottery, is from the Ville. So I don't give a fuck. And he's RNG Golf, multi-viral on the PGA Tour right now with over 4 million Spotify streams. Eric Lottery. Google him if you don't know. He got dope music and he's living in Charlotte. Guess what? He's from the Ville. He's from where they're off motherfucking off in the Grays Creek, bruh.
So you don't
So
think
there
there's a
you go.
reason why J. Cole signed a Charlotte artist?
No, I mean, I think J. Cole makes business decisions he's advised to make. I don't think he's sitting there by himself making decisions. I think it's a team effort. I think it's a company decision. I think he's made some bad decisions as it comes to who he signs and not from the
I got a
bill. I
question.
mean, I
I got a
support J. Cole, but he could definitely came and got somebody
I got a
from the bill
Carolina
and made
question
some
though.
money already.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, PJ.
I got
Please
A
do.
Carolina music question, right? Uh, if success wise, if you had a choice, would you sign hypothetically to Dreamville or would you sign the South Coast Music Group?
I mean, Dreamville ain't showed nobody blowing up but J. Cole. South Coast has multiple people that have done some shit in their numbers and made more money. I don't know. I'd probably sign the Cole because of where I'm from and what I want to build and my personal
Okay.
attachments. I don't know, but what do you have to say about that, Loney? What's your answer to that, Latin Loney?
I mean, Dreamville isn't JID on Dreamville,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jared.
right?
But we talking about for your
Jared is on
career
Dreamville.
though. For
But
your
that's what
For
I'm
you,
career
saying.
though.
Loney,
No, but that's
what
what
would
I'm
you
saying. So
do?
that's
You're
a
an
big
active
artist. J. Cole
artist.
is blown up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, honestly, if I did get to that decision, right, in my career, I probably would go with Dreamville. Just because I've been here in the Carolinas that long, and like I've always seen, like artists that I've seen always come out have been from Fayetteville. So like, and I'm not only talking
Mm,
hip hop, I'm talking about up to like singers. You know what I'm saying? Like Fantasia is
mm-hmm.
from here, right? And that's me
Nah,
being from Cali.
she from like
That's me.
High
Nah,
Point.
nah, she's from like Goldsboro, High
High
Point, something
Point.
like that. Yeah, she's not from here, nah.
Oh,
But I mean,
okay.
hey,
But
bro.
you
I mean,
know,
Heather Locklear from Lumberton. Hey, shout out Heather. What's up, Joe? That's
no, yeah. So I've seen a lot of artists from here, like, and when I first moved out here, like, that's what I'm saying. To me, seeing artists like YOLO, J. Cole, um, like those Moray came from here, bro. Like let's give it to him. You know, at the end of the day, he got paid to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like he made it up there.
you with him a
So,
buckethead. Buckethead, that dude who wears the bucket on the top of the shit.
Me
yep.
personally,
So
I probably with those two. Now I will say this. Hip hop guy, I think you should go to like I think it still is Jamla. You know what I'm saying? With Knife in them in that realm. But
Yeah.
if I had to
Absolutely.
pick through
I mean,
those two though, because there's only three like big semi-major or major labels in North Carolina, which is Jamla, South Coast Music Group,
but
and
yeah, I
I
mean,
guess you could say Dreamville, but that you know what I mean, they don't have an
so I
office
want
here.
to say this.
Them guys
I do
have
want to say
offices.
this. Well, I do want to say this. One thing, hip hop is the ultimate equalizing force. Dude, you got a superstar that drops a dope album. You are now the force. It don't
Mm-hmm.
matter how many albums you have. So it is about finding the
Right.
talent, man. You think that shit's funny? That shit's not
So,
funny. So I mean, so
but if
go
I had
ahead.
my
I'm sorry to
choice,
say. Go
My
ahead.
dog, my dog.
Was that Gia?
choice,
Where
I
Gia
probably,
at?
Yeah, you didn't hear it? You didn't hear it?
No, no. It sounded like a
Oh,
laugh.
if I had my choice, I probably would go with South Coast Music Group because I know Arnold Taylor is gonna get you the radio play you need, especially to be a star. I mean, he got the baby Tusi, Tia Corinne right now, and some more that he's breaking on a major scale. So I think I would like lean towards more for that for somebody I would be dealing with. Um, Dreamville, yeah, the hometown hero. It'd be nice, but at the same time, who else is a star out of that? But who? JID.
And I
Well,
want to say this
he's
while we
got
talk
Boz,
about,
Oz, Earth Gang.
yeah, I mean, they're well, bona fide
They not
stars.
they
They
not
are
they
not.
not star. Earth Gang's cool,
They're
but they
not. They're
not
not.
stars
They're
though.
not. They're
stars.
cool, but they're not stars. I agree with Mutate on that. I'll say this: the king of the features hasn't given his label mates any features that we can speak of. So that's crazy. That is something to be
Mm,
talked about, right?
Mm.
I mean,
damn,
he
that
killed
is
everyone's
crazy.
feature this year, and he hasn't given one of his artists a dope feature, but
Uh,
he's crushed everyone
uh,
else's, which is crazy.
unless they're on the compilation type joint, is he does stuff with them then, right?
But I'm gonna tell you this, and while I love
Dream It.
Cole, think he the dopest artist in the world to me. If I was on that label, I'd be mad. I'd be mad at him. Me and him probably be fighting behind the scenes. You got to come on, bro. I got to shoot the ones with you because you just gave 21 another single. You gave 21 four singles. Can I get one? Damn.
But them boys be eating good off the
All right,
grassroots
so
situation. I like what they're doing though.
we've extended we've extended this conversation. What say you, Paul? Since we've extended the conversation based on
I agree with Mutate God. I agree with Mutate God. I would probably sign with somebody else.
here's the panties, not the best thing in the world, but right next to it.
Love Cole. I love Cole, but I have to. He's like Michael Jordan to me when it like comes to like signing and drafting talent. You know?
Yeah, he was a great
Yeah,
player, but a horrible executive.
Yeah,
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 no doubt.
like on Taylor doing this thing, man, for real.
yeah. I'd have yeah. So
So shouts out to him, man. So that brings us full circle, man. Before we cut off for the night, I do want to go around to the panel and give everybody a moment to give their shouts out, plug what they got to plug. Of course, I want to plug Circle of Kings, man. Make sure y'all please follow at Circle of Kings, man. We give you the latest breaking on the bare knuckle world of combat sports. We've got a lot of content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere you go. We are interviewing champs, and we got the prime access there straight out of the 2-6, man. And shout out to Josh Cassie. Big ups to my little brother who is a big wig at BKFC and doing big things, the fastest growing sport in the world. So I'm gonna go over to first Mr. J, the historian, man. Give you what you say. Tell the people what's up, man.
Yeah, shout out to everybody doing their thing. Like I said, we're still doing the Underground Experience documentary. I'll be wrapping up last few interviews in this next few months, trying to get that sealed up and done. To speak on some other things, the One Heartbeat Away album streaming right now. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of special guests on that. You know, Fat, DMC, Eddie Ruger, King Crooked. Also, if you haven't checked out the movie Savage Genesis on Tubi and Amazon
Uh-oh.
Prime,
Hang on, whoa, hang on. Let me write
joint,
my name. Savage Genesis. Let me write.
yeah, on Tubi and Amazon Prime. I'm in that joint, and my
Oh,
joint called
Good. Hey,
yeah, my joint called my joint with Prince Unique is in that
called
film.
Stutter and Stand. All right. My joint call, my joint call, my joint call. Remix, motherfucking remix shit. All right, my man, Mr. J, the historian. Let's go over to Latin Loonies, the Cabron, Mi Vida
Yes,
Loca.
sir.
What's
Yes,
up?
sir.
What say you, bro?
Dímelo. So,
Shout
man,
outs.
big old shout out to the whole Born Talented camp for sure, most definitely, man. Them guys is working, you know what I'm saying? They out there putting in work. Like you said, man, Circle of Kings, y'all make sure y'all tune into that because that thing be popping, man. Y'all gotta get in there, man. You know, it's combat that bare knuckle fighting is a huge deal right now, man. It's only growing. So y'all make sure y'all
It's
tap
like
in, man. Y'all stay up
it's
to
fun,
date, man.
bro.
You know, we definitely gonna get y'all right with that, man. You know, Blueface
Crazy,
out
man.
here
Crazy.
interviewing big names, man. They don't even know. But
That whooped
right.
ass. Name or not.
So also I recently just dropped Demasiado de Frio, my new single. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Stream it. It's on all platforms now, you know what I'm saying? Definitely trying to get that out. And yeah,
Mr.
man.
Primo!
Hey, send me that
Yeah,
link
Suprema. Yeah,
because
I
I
got
won't
you,
know
man.
how
That
to
shit dope.
pronounce it. So send me that link.
Yeah, I
Mr.
got you.
Primo,
I got
it's on my shit. I listened to it. It's on my shit. I listened to the whip. Go ahead. Go ahead, Looney.
Because I
Yeah,
typing
most
that
definitely.
in would be crazy. You know what I mean?
I feel
Pause.
it, bro. I got you, bro. I
Pause.
got you, bro. Nah,
All
but
right.
what's that, man? Yeah, but yeah, man. Shout out to shout out to everybody, man, in the field working, doing their thing, man. Y'all make sure y'all do what y'all do, man. I've seen a lot of people got nominated this year for I got nominated for Latin
Fine.
Artist of the Year. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jaleel Cobb and
Absolutely
everybody out there
clap. Can
doing
we get
that.
some claps
Yeah,
there, Button, man?
yes,
Damn, Paul,
sir.
you sleeping. No more digital for Paul. No more digital for
Nah,
Paul.
but yeah, man. But that's and shout out to everybody that watched the stream today, man. You know, everybody that was in here supporting, putting in their input, man. We appreciate y'all most definitely.
100%. So I want to go right now to who we brought on this week, man. I was super excited. I'm super excited for him to join the cast, man. My guy, me and him got a lot of history. We're really good friends, man. Mutate guy, bro. Close them out, man. Give you shouts, bro.
I appreciate y'all for having me on there, man. You know, continuing this
Shit,
thing.
man.
I love what y'all was
Legend.
doing.
You're a
And I love
legend,
how
bro.
everybody work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all legends, man. I'm just getting started to be one. You know what I mean? Y'all already one. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to whole Woodboy Digital, Uncle Chuck. You know what I'm saying? My guy.
Uncle Chuck, shout out Uncle Chuck,
Yeah,
bro.
shout out to
Uncle
Uncle
Chuck,
Chuck.
the hardest
You know,
worker, man. If y'all don't know, man,
hey,
Charles Williams on your Facebook feed, bro. Uncle Chuck worked harder than all y'all A&Rs, bro. That's Woodboy
fact,
Digital A&R, and he worked
and,
hard, bro.
yeah, and don't talk about LeBron to him because you're gonna have a whole mouthful full.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
God
definitely,
damn, yeah.
definitely.
I don't even want to.
Yeah,
Oh my God, bro.
Man.
yeah. He
But
will be
start, hey,
playing with the.
But anyway, shout out to
but
whole
once
Woodboy
again,
Digital.
but what y'all tuned in to see, shout out to the dopest independent A&R out the local community, man. Uncle Chuck, man. Ain't no doper A&R out the locally, man.
Definitely, he hard
So,
working, man.
yep,
Um, Also
no
shout out to
doubt.
Payola Stacks, man. I want this more than ever. Album is out now, streaming
Man,
on
the
all
album is
platforms.
fire.
Or you
Go
can,
listen.
you can buy the digital joint on the mutatestore.com. You know what I'm saying? Also, shout out to Mutate Clothing. We just had a new drop last Friday, man. There's some dope threads. You can get that on the mutatestore.com as well. Um, and also the Mutate Fest, man. We're putting together the Mutate Fest right now. We're
April
doing
6th. April
the
6th.
artists
Tell
and
him, bro.
everything. Yeah, April 6th. So in Rayford, we about to announce the primary location for it, but it's gonna be a festival by day and a concert by night. So y'all
And
stay
by the
tuned for
way,
that. I'm gonna
I'm
have
gonna just
artists
go. I'm gonna just go ahead. And,
opportunities.
oh, I'm gonna stop you there. Hang on, Mutate. I'm gonna just go ahead and put us all on the spot.
Uh
Live from Fayettenam will be live at the festival. Live from Fayettenam, we will be live from the
hey,
festival.
let's go.
Yes, we
Let's
will be
go. Let's
live from
go.
the festival.
Uh
Yeah.
also and then I'm gonna be doing a casting call Face. I'm gonna be doing a casting call soon for Woodboy Films' first film south of the border,
You know
the
I'm in it.
comedy. So yeah, for sure we got that going on right now. So a whole lot of moves, man, a whole lot of money too. So we throwing some money out there, man. We trying to get some investments back. We doing our thing, man. So shout out to everybody who
No
support
doubt.
us and Mutate.
Well, man, hey, we appreciate you live, man. I'm gonna do my shouts and I'm gonna kick it down to the Podfather. So shout out to the city first and foremost. What Big Face is all about. Shout out to the 26910, your favorite little grimy city. We from everywhere and we here. You know what I'm saying? We here to stay. Uh, Shout out to everybody on the panel tonight. Shout out to Paul, my man Paul, man. Of course, P, man, behind the boards on a lot of shit we doing.
The
Shout out to Circle
Podfather.
King. Shout out to the Podfather, man. Sleep on them if you want to. Hey, like I say, hey, we ain't Bill Cosby, but if you sleep on us, fuck you. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's how we get down. Like my man, shout out to J. Cole with that line. I love that line. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to 2-6, the mighty 2-6, the best little city ever was. Uh, we right here. So if anybody has any close out, once again, catch us every week here, live, 7 p.m., live from Fayettenam, baby.
Shouts out to everybody tuning in. Shouts out to
Whole lot of
everybody on the
4-7 shit.
and more to come. Tune in next
Oh
week.
shit, Paul got the
We got the
auto tune. Paul got the
auto tune back
auto
on.
tune.
Auto tune came back up. What's going on?
Maximilian. Hey, so wait. When Paul has the auto tune on, listen, when Paul got the auto tune on, his MC name is Maximilian.
Let me hit him with the baby. Tune in next week, bitches.
Maximilian. What's up, Paul?
Whole lot of 4-7 shit for sure.